Hello everyone, it's your Immortal Hellseeker back from the dead in another review video with your new Batman Begins DC Multiverse Batman figure. So stay tuned and we're going to take a look at this figure. As for accessories with Batman, we get our usual collector card here. This card is really cool looking, however, I am disappointed because it's the same artwork as the Lucius Fox Platinum, which makes me go, what the hell were they doing when they made that Lucius Fox? I don't know why they couldn't have just done a picture of Morgan Freeman. There's the back there, and also it is the same, literally the same trading card, name, everything, for the gold label Demon Batman, which I'm not going to review because it's literally the same figure, just with a better paint job and a new head. So, there's that. And then we also get this Batarang hand, which looks really cool. It's kind of hard to pose the figure with it. It has a really weird angle to it, and I don't know. It's a cool little thing. I don't think he ever did this in the film. I don't know. I've seen Batman Begins the least out of the Dark Knight trilogy. And then he also includes one of your Batarangs, which has been included with, I think, all of the Nolan Batmans we've received so far. I believe the first Batman that we got came with like 3 of them. So you get 2 more if you buy these Batmans. And then you get a cool alternate hand with a smoke bomb in it, which is really neat. The smoke bomb's not painted, but it's a cool little feature. And then lastly, obviously I have this in the hand of the figure, but obviously I have extra from my Demon Batman. You get the grapnel gun, which also came with that first Nolan Batman release. So that's a nice touch. Anyway, let's get to articulation. Okay, so the figure is decently posable. Not the best or anything, but I will say the articulation ain't half bad. So obviously you get your double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, your typical McFarlane articulation. However, the ab crunch is so weak on this guy. I was really hoping they would have improved it on their Batman figures. He does get a good back crunch, but not a good forward. The neck obviously moves fine, but as you can notice, it's the same head sculpt as the Dark Knight and Batman, or Dark Knight Rises Batman. It's the same as that figure, which is kind of a letdown. I kind of wish they would have maybe done a more movie-accurate head. I mean, his mask barely changes, but it's still like a bigger mask, and it has the same texture, but it's, you know, obviously it doesn't have a neck. So there's that. However, since I have been on semi-retirement from doing figure reviews, they've implemented the wired capes, which I absolutely adore, and it has gotten me to buy a lot of McFarlane figures that I probably wouldn't have purchased if they didn't do this, because, well, a lot of them have just been reissues of figures I already had. So, that should tell you. I love these wired capes, though. They're really nice, and McFarlane, honestly, is some of the best in the business with the wired capes. They're really well done, so I really like that on this figure. I really, really like this design. It's a really good suit design. I don't know if I like it more than the Dark Knight suit, just because of how iconic it is. But it's a really good figure, and it's definitely not perfect, but I do really like it. So let's go to comparisons. So here he is next to his fellow wave mates, being the Platinum Chase Scarecrow and the gold label Demon/Nightmare Batman. I honestly think it should have been the other way around. I think Demon Batman should have been the Platinum, and I think Scarecrow should have been the gold label. I don't know why he's a gold label, because I actually found a fresh case of these. I actually opened the case myself at Target yesterday, and I can tell you, there's one Michael Keaton Batman, which I didn't pick up because it's the same figure as the 6-pack. There's literally no difference other than accessories. And you get this stupid little, like, rod thing so you can lift the cape up. I don't know why they couldn't just give him a wired cape. I would have picked it up, but they didn't give him a wired cape, so I didn't see a point. And Scarecrow was actually 2 per case in that assortment. and so is regular Batman. They're both 2 per case. Demon Batman here is 1 per case, yet he's the gold label, he's not a platinum. So it has me kind of confused. I don't know what their rationale was, and from what I've seen online, it's the same case assortment for everybody, so I really don't know what they were going with here, but hey, you know, I always tell people platinums are not that hard to find if you just look. Get the barcodes, search for them online, and I'm telling you, you just got to ask in the back. Look, I'm not somebody who enjoys talking to strangers or even people I know, so I can definitely tell you it's not easy for me, but it's not hard either. So yeah, but nonetheless, I didn't even have to ask for these. These guys were on a pallet. So anyway, next comparisons. I have all the Dark Knight trilogy figures, but I didn't want to take them all off my shelf. It was a lot of work. So here he is next to the first release Dark Knight Batman. I own the 6-pack as well, but this is the first release. I'm assuming that's the one probably most of you have. The Platinum Catwoman, and then the original Scarecrow. Now, one thing about this, it's kind of a shame, and honestly, I kind of want to do a head swap. I don't know which one I like better. This is more detailed, but honestly, this looks more like the movie. Like, I was tempted to go, oh, well, they didn't really paint this one very well, but honestly, this looks more like the film from my memory than this. This is darker, and I mean, it's more detailed. And as you can see, he has, like, the maggots on his face and shit from, like, that one scene in the movie. And this still has that sculpted on. So I don't know which head I like better. Obviously, the suit Scarecrow is in my opinion, the more memorable one, because he wore it more. But I don't know, really take your pick. I think I like the suit one a little bit better, but this is probably objectively a better figure, so I don't know. And then time for some random comparisons. Here he is next to the Platinum Chase Joker figure. I have the regular one too, but here's the Platinum because it was right next to me. And the Simon Baz Collector's Edition figure. Here he is next to the Platinum Batman Spawn Batman, and then the new Neo-Noir Batman Beyond. Modern Batman Beyond is what I call it. And then here he is next to 2 of my favorite recent releases, being the Collector's Edition Huntress and then the Dick Grayson Batman. I own 2 of that figure, and I also own the Chase, so that should tell you how much I like that figure. I would say, do you want me to do a review? The figure's sold. I know it wouldn't get any views, so I won't bother, but here is those 2. And of course, how could I forget the figure that I should have reviewed a few months ago that I never got around to? One of my favorites, as you all know, my YouTube profile picture, my most wanted figure for them to make, Punchline. On to some other lines. Here he is next to the Transformers 86 Optimus Prime and the YOLO Park Last Night / Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. Here he is next to the WWE Elite 115 CM Punk and the WWE Elite 115 Ilya Dragunov. Here he is next to an Indiana Jones Adventure Series Indiana Jones from The Last Crusade. And here he is next to Marvel Legends Agent Venom. And then last but certainly not least, here he is next to the Mafex Spider-Man and the Mafex Nightfall Batman. I forgot the official name of it. I know it wasn't Nightfall, but it was something else. But it's Nightfall Batman as far as I'm concerned. So I gotta say, it's great to be back. I finally have a tripod. Honestly, that was a big reason why I hadn't been doing videos. I lost my old tripod. It made videos kind of a bitch to make. So I stopped. And also, not to mention, I kind of lost motivation. I've had a hell of a year. I'm going to be honest, or hell of 2 years, really. So that's why it's been a long-ass time since I've done reviews. But I'm back. I am back. And I'm going to be back in the swing of things on stuff like this. Obviously, I'm going to be doing McFarlane content. But let me know if you guys want to see anything else, like WWE figures or Transformers, because I'm really passionate about those too. Obviously, I collect basically everything, so hell, if you want me to review any, say, Marvel figures you saw in this video, just let me know. But like the Agent Venom, I back when I did this, I kind of realized that I enjoyed doing McFarlane reviews the most. The McFarlane community is the one I'm close knit with. I'm friends with a lot of people in that community. So I personally prefer to review McFarlane. It's my favorite line anyway, so it's easier to talk about them for me. This is a great figure. I definitely recommend it. The pre-order isn't even live yet, so again, if you haven't got one, don't fret. The pre-order goes up, I think, the 21st for this guy. I don't know how it's going to be for the Nightmare Batman. Scarecrow you're going to have to find in stores. He's a chase. But anyway, I thank you all for watching this return, this comeback of Your Immortal Hellseeker, reviewing action figures once again. And until then, I'll see you on the other side.